Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and welcome back to another Tuesday video where we're checking out a local eatery here in Las Vegas. I'm coming to you from the lodge at Decatur, and I've never been here before. Really happy to have you along. Let's head on inside. Alright everyone, here we are seated at the lodge at Decatur. Now the lodge is a local bar and grill serving up all of Las Vegas. They've got 14 locations throughout the valley. Now here on a Tuesday video, you know we're always looking for cool local spots to check out, and so the lodge was recommended to me by many of you in the comments. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've got to eat. Let's take a look at what they have on the menu. And here is your menu at the lodge. They've definitely got a lot of copyrighted music playing, so I'm just going to keep yapping here. Here is your happy hour specials. Take a pause in the video if you would like to look for a closer look at this. Here are your specialty cocktails. About 12 bucks here, not too bad. Here is the breakfast list. You have burritos, country fried steak, pancakes, French toast. That looks really good. Here's your appetizer list. Looks like some campfire skins, shrimp and calamari. Oh, this all looks actually pretty good. And then we have some soup and salads down here as well. Very nice here. Let's go and take a look at the next page. Got sandwiches up here. Ooh, a lobster roll for only $19. That's not bad at all compared to what I've been paying for lobster rolls lately. Here are burgers and sliders as well as brick oven pizzas. Oh, that's very nice. And then here are your entrees. Looks like fish and chips, tacos, ribeye steak. Ooh, a Cajun pasta. That seems pretty good. And then here are your desserts as well. Yeah, really nice. All right, now I'd say that's a pretty solid looking bar and grill menu here, and I'm really looking forward to trying a lot of dishes because you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. So let's get a nice variety, and together we'll see what this restaurant's all about. Appetizers are coming up first. I'll see you when those arrive. Welcome back everyone. Now our appetizers are here and these are looking really good. Let me give you a view. We got some pot stickers as well as some southwestern egg rolls, some potato skins as well as calamari and fried shrimp. Some really solid bar food here. Let's give it a try. First up, we're trying the potato skins. A nice barbecue smell coming off of this, and it looks really good. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's nice. A really nice bold barbecue sauce here, a good amount of tang, sweetness, as well as a smoky flavor. This potato skin is topped with a pulled pork, which does have a nice meaty quality and a slightly savory flavor, though I wouldn't say it's the dominating profile. You certainly get some richness from the cheese here and some salty hits from the bacon. Definitively the barbecue sauce is the dominating flavor throughout most of the bite, and then you get to end the bite on the nice flavors of the actual potato itself. I actually don't have any real qualms with the potato. It's very soft, well cooked, and not super greasy, which I really appreciate. A really tasty potato skin side there. Next up, we're trying the southwestern egg rolls. Certainly feel nice and crispy on the outside. Let's give it a try. You know what, that's pretty tasty. There's a decent crisp to this egg roll skin, although I will say the interior is slightly under. The filling actually has a nice robust flavor, a nice amount of spice, as well as a good savory seasoning. The chicken inside is moist, and there's actually a nice earthiness coming from the black beans. Let's also dip it into some of the chipotle mayo they have here, and give this a try as well. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. A nice smooth creaminess in that sauce. It definitely brings a ton of richness to the bite. Just a mild amount of chipotle spices here, adding some flavor without adding a ton of heat. I have no real complaints here, solid southwestern egg roll. Next up, we're trying the pot sticker. Let's see how these stack up. You know, those are just fine. A nice cook to those wonton skins. They have that nice pan sear with a well-cooked interior. The pork filling has been really well seasoned. I actually love the amount of white pepper flavor you get out of it. The cabbage inside is also well cooked. Honestly, just a pretty solid pork pot sticker here, no serious complaints. Get a little bit of soy sauce on it as well. And we give this a shot. Oh, that's nice. The additional salty umami coming from that soy sauce is a really nice welcome hit up front. and it definitely lingers throughout the entire bite. The additional salty umami there really helps amplify your appreciation of the pork. It all works together very well. I'm a fan. And the last appetizers to go in on today is the shrimp and calamari dish. Now this is shrimp, calamari, as well as steak fries served together as an appetizer, and I'd certainly appreciate the variety. Let's give this all a try. First up, the calamari. I'm not actually sure if this is hand breaded here, this might be pre-packaged, but let's go in and give it a try. Oh yeah, that's fine. A nice crispy exterior, and good seasoning in that batter as well. A simple and straightforward seasoning, but it certainly helps amplify the flavors of the calamari here. You really do taste the squid. I don't know if I would say it has the perfect squid texture. It's a little rubbery, but it's definitely passable. No real complaints. I like the calamari here. It's also served along some kind of thick cream sauce. Let's go ahead and dip it in, and we'll see what this tastes like. It's a garlic aioli. It's very thick, much thicker than I'm typically used to for an aioli, but it does have a nice garlicky flavor. It adds a certain creamy richness to that calamari bite. It is a good sauce, I like that one. Next up, we'll try the shrimp. This might actually be hand breaded, but it does have a nice golden brown color. Let's give it a shot. Unfortunately, I'd say that shrimp is just okay. While the breading is definitely crispier than it was on the calamari, there's a lot less seasoning here. On the note of seasoning, I'd say the shrimp is a tad bland as well. Its flavors are definitely muted here. Definitely a fan of the texture, not as big of a fan of the flavors. Now, it doesn't look like the platter is served alongside a cocktail sauce. Looks like everything is meant to go in that garlic aioli. I'm positive they'll give me cocktail sauce if I ask for it, but I'll just take it as is today. We still got a lot of food to get through. Alright my friends, and the last bite to try from our appetizers is going to be this accompanying steak fry. It definitely has the right look, and it feels good too. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's actually really good. A really great fry job here, super crispy exterior, and a really pillowy center. Interestingly seasoned. I wouldn't say it's really salty, but there is a nice smoky flavor coming from the paprika they've applied. Maybe just a tad more salt to amp it up a little bit, but I'm actually really satisfied. I like these fries. Alright everyone, now that's all of the appetizers for today. I'm joined by a friend, so we're going to continue working on this and we'll get another round of food. I think we're going to do some breakfast next. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. And welcome back everyone. Our breakfast items are here and this is looking really good. Let me give you a view. We got the French toast with sausage today, as well as their lumberjack burrito, and I also got a cup of their chili. It's time for some breakfast items. Let's give it a try. First up, I'm trying the lumberjack breakfast burrito. A pretty standard looking breakfast burrito here. You see the meats, eggs, and cheese. It's also served alongside of a salsa. We're gonna try it straight up first. You know what, that's fine. Now the majority of the bite that I had was ham, and I definitely feel like I could have made this home pretty simply. The eggs are well cooked here with a very straightforward egg flavor. I don't know if I would say they're super well seasoned, and they could use a little bit of butter for elevation, but it's not bad. As the majority of my bite was ham, that was the meat protein that I tasted, and it has a nice salty porky flavor, but I'm pretty sure it's just from a package. The cheddar cheese here is nice and rich and really melty. That I appreciate a lot. I don't want to say this is bland, I just want to say it's a little boring. It's kind of straightforward. This is just way too close from what I can make at home with very little effort. We'll give it a try with some of the salsa provided and see how this changes things up. Yeah, that certainly helps. That particular bite had some sausage, so there is a much more savory flavor to it. I'm pretty sure that this salsa is from a jar, but it's not bad by any means. Very mild in flavor, not a ton of kick and spice, but it does have some really good garlic levels. That I appreciate. I'm not going to say it's a bad burrito, I just think it's very, very average. I'm also going to try the accompanying potatoes. Actually, some really good looking breakfast potatoes here. Let's see how these taste. You know, yeah, that's pretty good. I must say they're pretty good with their potatoes here. These breakfast potatoes have a great cook. Crispy on the outside, very soft on the inside. A very simple, straightforward seasoning here. I think it's just salt and pepper, which I am a little surprised about. Judging by the color, I thought there was going to be a little bit more of a deep seasoning blend. But I have no serious complaints. These are solid breakfast potatoes. And next up, we're going to try their chili. I got a cup of their chili here. I love chili with kidney beans. Hopefully the one here at the lodge is good. You know, unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of that one. This chili is very watery. It's not really that thick gravy chili that I like a lot. The beef is a tad bland here. I think they could really amp up the seasoning. In fact, it's not just the beef. I would say the chili in general is a little lacking in the seasoning department. There is a really nice earthy flavor coming from those kidney beans, and the cheese on top does provide a nice rich saltiness, but in general it's just a little too watery and a little too bland for my liking. Alright my friends, next up we're trying the French toast. This is a pretty good looking French toast here, lots of powdered sugar, and I certainly like the nice toast job on the outside. Let's see how this tastes. Unfortunately, I'd say that's just okay. The biggest detractor here is that the French toast is very dry. It certainly has not had enough time soaking in any kind of egg batter because it's very devoid of moisture in the center. There is a nice sweetness here coming from the vanilla, cinnamon, and sugar, but unfortunately that dry texture just makes it a little less appealing to eat. And the last bite to try is going to be the breakfast sausage patty. You get your choice of bacon or sausage when it comes to the French toast. I decided to go with the sausage patty today. This looks like a pretty standard sausage patty. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, that's fine. That's definitely a pre-packaged breakfast sausage patty right there, but it has been cooked all the way through. It does have a nice salty, savory meatiness to it. Nothing super special, but it is passing the test. I'm fine with that. Alright everyone, now that's all of our breakfast items we're going to be trying today. We're going to keep working on this, and then we're going to get another round of entrees. I think some handhelds are going to come up next. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Alright everyone, now our entrees are here, and this is looking really good. Let me give you a view. Got the pepperoni and sausage pizza as well as their cheeseburger, and I also went in on their lobster roll here. Really looking forward to trying all these out. Let's go in. First up from the handheld, let's try the burger. Now the Lodge cheeseburger is served alongside bacon. It is just a bacon cheeseburger. We got it cooked medium. Let's see how it is. Yeah, you know what, not bad. The burger is cooked a little closer to medium well, but it's not detracting from it too much. I can still appreciate it as a good burger. Really nice melty, gooey American cheese here. That I certainly appreciate. The vegetables are fresh enough. It's lacking just a touch of crisp from its absolute freshness, but they're completely passable. The burger is a tad dry. I would appreciate maybe some mayonnaise or some kind of burger sauce here, because the majority of the moisture is actually coming from the vegetables. I wouldn't exactly say this is the softest bun in the world. It's a little dense. Definitely another reason why a burger sauce would be really welcome here. But honestly, a pretty solid middle-of-the-road burger here, no real complaints. Now you do have your choice between potato salad, french fries, and tater tots here. For the burger we went with tater tots. Let's see how these stack up. You know, I'd say those are just okay. I'm not sure if they forgot to, but these are definitely unseasoned. Just kind of taste like some raw potatoes. That said, I'm pretty sure these aren't made in-house either, so if it came from a package, they certainly didn't do that great of a job with the seasoning at the factory. They do have a nice texture, super crispy on the outside, but the flavors definitely leave a little bit to be desired. Next up on the handheld list, the lobster roll. Now before I even take a bite, I'm actually very impressed with the price of the lobster roll here. You have 2 lobster rolls served alongside fries for $19. Pretty sure I'm usually paying about double this for a single lobster roll on the strip, so as long as the flavors stack up, the one here at the Lodge is a fantastic value. Let's see how it is. You know, I've got some mixed feelings on this one. The summary version is I actually like the taste. The roll here is perfection. There's a nice toast on the outside, giving a bit of a crispy texture, and it's been infused with so much butter. It's got a beautiful, rich flavor. Now, the lobster salad in the center does have great flavors. It's just that one of the flavors is not lobster. There's actually a very nice smoky, savory flavor coming from an Old Bay seasoning blend. It is very pronounced in this lobster salad. Incredibly creamy as well. You can just tell how much mayonnaise they used here. It makes for a very rich bite. While I'm certainly chewing through what I think is lobster, with a little bit of that soft fleshy texture, the majority of the flavor profile is that really buttery bread and that Old Bay seasoning. It does taste good. I just can't say it's a good lobster roll because I can't taste a ton of that lobster. Next up, we're going to try the fries. Now, our shrimp and calamari appetizer came with steak fries, but the sandwiches come with crinkle cuts. And I love crinkle cut french fries. Hopefully the one here at the Lodge is good. You know, I'd say that's just okay. Now, whereas the breakfast potatoes I thought were fantastic and near perfection, the handheld potatoes are not as great. They're well cooked, certainly crispy with a soft center, but these fries, very similarly to the tater tots, are just not seasoned very well. There's maybe a very light dusting of salt, but that's just about it. It's kind of interesting because they've added parsley to the fries, which makes you think that there might be an elevated seasoning blend, but unfortunately overall these are kind of bland. Maybe I should have gone with the potato salad as opposed to the fries or the tots today. Alright everyone, and the last bite to try from our handhelds is going to be the sausage and pepperoni pizza. Now, not every lodge restaurant has a pizza oven, but the one here at Decatur certainly does. Hopefully their pizza's good. You know, got some mixed feelings on this one here. Actually a pretty decent pizza sauce here. It's not super sweet, good tomato flavor, and garlicky as well. The sausage is really nice and savory here. It's got a great flavor. And the pepperoni has its signature saltiness. Good, melty, rich cheese here. Honestly, everything on top of the pizza is completely fine. The crust is where I have a bit of an issue. Unfortunately, it looks like the center of our pizza is a bit burnt, leading to a lot of that carbon flavor in the bite. It's not so much that it overpowers everything else, but it's certainly a lot more char than you want in a typical bite. Okay everyone, and that's all of our handhelds today. We're starting to get a little full, so I think we're going to pack this up because we have another round of entrees coming. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Welcome back everyone, now it's entree time and we have our 3 entrees here. Let me give you a view. We got their ribeye steak as well as some fish and chips and their Cajun chicken pasta. I'm definitely starting to fill up, but this is also looking really good. Let's give it a try. Alright, first up we're trying the ribeye steak. This is a 12-ounce cut ribeye and we asked for a medium rare. This is looking a little closer to medium though. Let's see how it tastes. Unfortunately, I say that's just okay. Steak is a tad tough, but I don't think that's because of the cook. I think it's because of the cut of the meat. Though they did cook it medium as opposed to medium rare, it is still moist and a juicy steak. No real issues there. You certainly get a bit of that char flavor coming from the grill, and you can actually see the grill marks on the steak. Now, while there is the presence of something like a garlic butter here, unfortunately in general, the steak is just under seasoned. It just needs more salt and pepper in general. The flavor of the beef here is a little too plain. Don't know if I would be coming here for the steak. I'm going to try the accompanying mashed potatoes. Originally, they brought us this in a to-go container because they were out of baked potatoes, which is what we originally asked for. Let's see how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's actually really good. A relatively creamy mashed potato here, although I wouldn't exactly say velvety smooth, there's definitely some additional texture. Very, very buttery and rich here. What's actually very nice here is it's a slightly nutty butteriness, almost kind of like a brown butter mashed potato. Well seasoned, the potatoes definitely got good flavor. I like these are good mashed potatoes. We're gonna try the Cajun chicken pasta next. This actually has a really nice color to it. Let's see how it tastes. You know, that's very tasty. The pasta is actually cooked very al dente, a really good firm chew there. I love penne pasta, one of my favorites. I love when a ton of the sauce gets trapped in the center. Speaking of the sauce, it's actually very good here. It's creamy and savory with a beautiful spice level. The Creole influence is very present here. A very nice spice, tons of smoked paprika as well as cayenne. It's got a good heat without being too spicy. I'm definitely a fan, I really like the pasta. Try the next bite with some chicken here. At first glance, the chicken does look a little dry. Hopefully it's not though. Let's see how it is. You know what, not bad. The chicken is definitely a little dry here. Slightly tough on the bite. That said, it has a beautiful seasoning. A really robust flavor there. Really great levels of salt and pepper, as well as additional Creole seasoning. A lot of those seasonings actually had a chance to smoke and cook during the preparation, actually leading to a very nice flavor on that chicken. If this chicken was just a little more moist, this would be an incredible dish. Let's try the accompanying garlic bread as well. And it looks like pretty standard garlic bread to me. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, that's fine. Take your standard dinner roll, slap on some butter and garlic, and give it a good pan fry, and that's what you have here. It's a simple and straightforward preparation, but it is done well. I don't really have any serious complaints about this garlic bread. Alright everyone, now the last dish we're going in on today is the fish and chips. Let's go and start with this fish. Now this feels ultra crispy in my hands, beautiful golden color. Let's see how it tastes. You know what, not bad. Now I want to say they're using a haddock fish instead of a cod. There's certainly much more of a fish flavor here. The seasoning is good as well. I actually do like the fish inside. The batter has a nice flavor to it. It's well seasoned, albeit a bit simply. I think my biggest issue with this is actually quite greasy, and you can tell how the batter separates from the fish, that oil may not have been as hot as it needed to be to really adhere to that cook, allowing a lot of the oil to seep in, leading to this feeling. It's not the worst though, it's a solid piece of fried fish. Let's dip it into the tartar sauce here as well, and we see how this tastes. You know, yeah, that's pretty good. Now, I actually appreciate this. This is a homemade tartar sauce. It doesn't have those exact ratios that you typically taste from a jar or can. The acid levels here are incredibly high. They've squeezed a ton of extra lemon into the tartar sauce, much more than I'm typically used to in a sauce like this, but it actually brightens up the flavor of the bite quite a bit. I actually appreciate that a lot. It also adds a nice creamy richness to the overall flavors. Definitely gotta dip the fish into the tartar sauce here. Alright my friends, now the last bite to try today is the coleslaw. The fish and chips obviously come with fries, but we tried the fries a little bit earlier, so this is going to be the last bite with this coleslaw. Hopefully it's good. You know what, wow, that's actually really good coleslaw. This is probably one of the more flavorful coleslaws I've had in a really long time. It has a lot of sugar and a lot of additional tang as well. They've added just a little bit more vinegar than I'm used to, but it's really working here. I think the additional sugar is really helping counterbalance that. Nice salt level as well here, although I would appreciate some additional black pepper, but in general I do like it. This is one of the better coleslaws I've had in a while. Alright everyone, now that does it for all of our food here at the lodge today. My friends and I are going to pack up a lot of this because we are absolutely stuffed. We are going to get a little bit of dessert though. I'll catch you in a little bit when those sweets arrive. Welcome back everyone, it's time for some dessert, and for today's sweet option we went in on some cheesecake. And we have a nice slice here covered with some chocolate and caramel. This looks really good, let's give it a try. Yeah, you know what, not bad. A really solid cheesecake here. In general, I don't have any serious complaints. Off the bat, you actually get the really nice nutty sweetness of the caramel, as well as the cocoa flavor of this chocolate syrup. I'm 99% positive this is Hershey's chocolate syrup, but it does have a good flavor to it. You really get to enjoy that up front. The actual flavor of the cheesecake doesn't come until about the middle of the bite, once you get through that caramel and chocolate. No real issues with the cheesecake either. The cream cheese layer definitely has a nice sweetness, and while I wouldn't call it velvety soft, it is relatively smooth. The graham cracker crust is straightforward here. They used a good amount of butter and sugar in that graham cracker crust. It holds up to the sweetness of the rest of the cake very well. Honestly, no serious complaints. It's a pretty good cheesecake. Alright everyone, and that does it for my lunch here at the Lodge at Decatur. Lunch for me, my friend, came out to a little under $248 today before tip, and I certainly enjoyed my meal. I think the Cajun chicken pasta was easily my favorite dish of the day, and I actually enjoyed the majority of all their appetizers as well. I don't know if I would come back for that steak, while all of the other dishes here were passably solid. Now I hope you enjoyed this Tuesday video where we explore more local restaurants here in Las Vegas. I'll be back on Saturday where we check out another touristy spot, more than likely on the Strip. Thank you so much for watching, have a great week, and I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.